Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
It all comes down to this. Jesse Isadore or Zain Harvey, winner take all. We welcome you once again, ladies and gentlemen, to South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia. It's another edition of the Tuesday Night Clustertruck here on Slide Job Racing Network and brought to you by Woah Nellie Productions. Championship night for the inaugural Tuesday Night Clustertruck here at South Boston. Jesse Isadore or Zain Harvey, who will take the crown? We're glad you could join us here on Slide Job Racing Network. It's beautiful sunset in Virginia. I'm Marty Sacala with you. Well, all comes down to Isadore and Zain Harvey. An 8-point difference between the two headed into the day, but a developing story coming on in after the results of what happened last week that took place on the dirt track. It has been determined that Jesse Isadore was rough riding, and so because of that, he has been put to the back of the field for the night. That was last week at Lincoln Speedway due to the rough riding. And now we get set to go here for our first heat race of the night, championship night here at South Boston Speedway, and we're glad you could join us for it all. Here's the format for tonight. 3 laps of qualifying that just happened. 8 laps for heats, 2 heat races for tonight. Top 6 drivers will invert, and the feature this evening is 50 laps, local cautions, unless we have a competition yellow will be on lap 25. Any wreck will lead to a yellow. So here's the lineup for heat race number 1. It's Dave Bodio on the pole, probably the best driver so far this season, with 2 wins on the calendar this year, next to Jesse Isadore. And then row number 2, Caleb Boatwright and Jason Fanton. We get set to go for championship night. There's the driver of the number 15, Jesse Isadore. Him and Zain Harvey, both the targets to watch this evening. 8 points coming in. Will be a tough gap for Zain Harvey. Actually, will be a very tough gap here, although with this car count, this pretty much has the championship wrapped up for Jesse Isadore. We'll just have to see what happens in this race. Our top 6 drivers will invert here, so we won't really know who has the pole position until this is done. So here we go, we're underway. Finish third, you will start second tonight. You see Ister immediately make a charge down to the bottom. Go for the race lead on Dave Bodio. Let's see if he can take it off at turn number 4. They continue to scrape, and that's the case. Isidore leads lap number 1. Another big storyline coming on in here. You see a lot of contact being made in advance of next season. The drivers are testing out here damage. You know, in the past few weeks we've been running this season, you've seen visual damage utilized. Well, here this weekend, here tonight at South Boston, damage will be on for the entire race. So not only the external damage, there'll be internal damage. Could possibly end your night early here. You can see some drivers be racing the rest of the night without maybe a quarter panel, for example. So you see the right rear on Bodio's ride just rattling at the moment. Quickest driver on track, Jason Fanton in the number 85 with the 17.65. And his best finish of the season last week, finishing on the podium. A great run for the number 85. Bodio having issues once again. You now see the left front rattling as Isidore takes the lead back. So now, even if he does start on the outside of row number 1, he would start from the back of the field tonight because of the rough riding penalty he suffered last week. Bodio with a run underneath, gets Isidore sideways. You can see in turn number 4, shortcutting the corner. That's completely legal to do here. As long as you don't go on pit road, you can absolutely shortcut turn number 2. But if you're on the bottom, you have a huge advantage. On corner exit, see Isadore's trying to use that to his advantage. As long as you don't cross the line to go on the pit road, you'll be fine. Here we go in heat race number 1. Bodio gets Isidore sideways. Trouble between Jason Fan and Caleb Boatwright, I believe. They may have gone together. As they race for third, they are about 6 seconds behind. Bodio and Isidore continue to rub with 2 laps to go. Bodio squeezes through to take the race lead. Isidore may give him the chrome horn, and now, oh man, he had to go up the track, or else he would have hit the barrels, and now they bang once more. Bodio sideways again, but saves it. White flags out, 1 to go in heat race number 1. Isidore lifts the rear wheels off of Bodio, goes through to take the race lead. Bodio may send it here, going to turn number 3. We'll see what he does here. Hail Millie by the number 16. Tries to get in the 15. Doesn't work off for turn number 4. Jesse Isadore wins the heat. Bodio second. Boatwright third. And Fanton fourth. And the beautiful damage model on the Pro 4 truck really does its course. So now move on to heat race number 2. Here's the starting lineup. Zain Harvey on pole position. Next to him, it's Jesse Dunaway, and Daniel Nellie will be running with us tonight. He'll start from third. Harvey has to pretty much hope that not only does he win the race, but also that Jesse Isadore finishes last, and he starts, and he suffers a penalty. That's what he's going to have to hope for here tonight. Whoever finishes last in this heat will start on pole position this evening.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is out, we're racing. Harvey immediately picks up about 2.5 truck lengths on Dunaway and Nelligan as the Hooters and Woah Nellie rides, racing for the runner-up spot again. Whoever finishes in third will be on pole position. Finish second, you'll start third. If you win this heat race, you'll start fifth. We're all pretty much evened out here. Let's go on board for a lap with Jesse Dunaway. The truck in fourth gear. Pretty easy to drive this Pro 4 at South Boston for the looks of it. See, now again using as much asphalt as possible on the exit of the corner. It kind of reminds me of what Kyle Larson would do at the All-Star race last year. Pick up some asphalt near the pit entry, gain a bunch of tenths on guys like Bubba Wallace, William Byron, etc. And that would help out Larson dominate the All-Star race next year. Obviously, that could be a different story because of the fresh tires and the fresh rubber and the variety of tires we'll see. Got to give it up for Dunaway, though. He has kept pace with Zain Harvey for this entire heat race. Harvey, the last time by, was only better by 0.04 of a second. So there you see Dunaway with the send, nearly gives the 22 the bumper. While we get set to go racing, let's know who you're rooting for in the chat below. Dunaway shows his nose underneath Harvey for the top spot. Ooh, Harvey pushed really tight. He may have kissed the wall. Hangs on to the ram. Quickest lap from Dunaway that last time by to 17:13. Harvey slaps the wall once again. Dunaway touches with the 22, and the 0-2 goes to the point. Now, at this point for Harvey, I think he wants to try and test the truck and see what it's like with damage. He's actually just trying to chastain it in the corners. No, Mellon won't do the trick, but Diamond it may do the trick. Look how much he gained back up on those mud flaps of Harvey. Not even using the throttle here for the race lead. We're coming to 1 lap to go in this heat. Dunaway still remaining out in front. Harvey wants to Diamond. Bad exit there for the 22. That's going to help out Dunaway clear. Oh, big set from Harvey off for turn number 4. He's got a chance at it. Checkered flag waving. Zain Harvey steals one. Now, they say you cannot ride the wall. You can touch it a couple of times, but Zain Harvey just sent it in there and took the win in heat race number 2. So it's now feature time to determine the champion. Daniel Nelligan on pole position in the 44. Next to him, Jason Fanton in the 85. Row number 2, Jesse Dunaway in the 02 truck next to Dave Bodio in the 16. Row 3, Zain Harvey in the 22 and Jesse Isadore in the 16. Rounding out the grid this evening, Caleb Boatwright in truck number 06. 1 lap to the green flag. Remember, 8 points. Jesse Isadore leads Zain Harvey, the 15, starting from the back due to rough riding last week. Likely impossible for Zain Harvey to win the championship with the 7 drivers, but if point penalties are determined at the end of this race, you never know. Ready to come to the green. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Time to get trucking at South Boston. 50-lap feature at South Boston underway for the final race of Tuesday Night Clustertruck in season number 1. Off for turn number 4, it's Dunaway that leads lap number 1. Battle for second breaks out. Dave Bodio trying to get through and past the number 22. That's the case. Jason Fanton falls back to 4th. A lot of drivers in this feature. Isadore trying to pass Caleb Boatwright and take away the 5th position. He's got it. Now challenges Fanton for 4th. Bodio takes a peek underneath the O2 of Dunaway for the race lead. Bodio sends it in deep and takes it out front. To get the most wins of the season possibly. Let's watch the race for 5th go down. Nelligan and Fanton have each dropped 4 positions, and Caleb Boatwright started from last in this race. He's having a tough time making his way up through the field. Katie and chat rooting for Jesse running P2, while Dave Bodio starting to run away with that. Bodio, in fact, last time by, quickest lap in this heat. With a 17:08 in the racecraft entry. That's the best race on track. Nellie trying to run away with Fanton and Boatwright in his rearview mirror. Good start to this one right now for Dave Bodio. Jesse Isadore and Zain Harvey separated by 1.6 seconds. At this rate, the gap would end at 7 points in the championship, with Isadore taking it over Harvey. Closest race on track is Fanton and Boatwright for the 6th position. Boatwright trying to end this season right after a tough start to the year. Still Bodio out in front. We've completed 12 laps so far with a 1.1 second lead. Let's go on board here with Zain Harvey. He's trying to close in on Jesse Dunaway. Something special to happen with Isadore. Likely won't be the case though. Fanton and Boatwright racing it out for the 6th spot. Still continues to be your best race on the track. take a look at these last few laps here for Dave Bodio compared to Jesse Dunaway. You can see Bodio, without question, best driver on the track as things stand. Bodio actually started approaching the lap traffic here in boat right in advance. So this could provide things to be a little bit interesting here. However, luckily we've got the competition yellow coming out of lap 25. All drivers that are one lap down will get back in the lead lap. And then you see Bodio gave Boatwright a shot, telling him to get the heck out of the way. Jason Fanton luckily moves up and he's like, yeah, I don't want to take that shot. Fanton and Bodio slightly touch. Gap drops down a bit to 1.5 seconds as Bodio lost about 4 tenths. We'll see how Dunaway now approaches the lap trap. His car looks to be pushing up though at the moment. Trying to go the longer way here on Bodio. That's just killing his time right now. Again, he knows that the competition caution will fly here in just a moment. Just want to take these drivers out. Boatwright nearly takes out Jason Varian though. Battling for that position, so that nearly got interesting. Dunaway gets through. Zain Harvey will be the next to approach them, but Bodio's lead up to 3.5 seconds. An explosive start for the driver of the number 16. Next time he crosses the line, it's the competition yellow, and it's out now. So halfway home, we'll step aside, take a quick break here. As it's Dave Bodio, your leader.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Couple of drivers assigned to pit that time by. Actually, one driver correction. That is Daniel Nelligan getting 4 tires here. Strategy as well, possibly coming in. Some drivers were telling me they may have to save fuel a lot similar to what we saw in the 55 lap race that we had a couple weeks ago. That 55 lap race last week at Lincoln Speedway. That race as well, seeing Isadore get the win by taking tires in the final few laps of the race. It was a crazy finish to the end though, that's for sure. Reminder, season 2 is beginning next week with the All-Star Open and Race and on Points event. Then season number 2 will kick off on May 21st at Langley Speedway for 50 laps. The week after we go to Wild West for 13 laps. June 4th is Okayama for 20. June 11th, Tsukuba 2000 for 20 laps. June 18th, we come home to New York at Weedsport for 60 laps. June 25th, Lanier for 50. July 2nd is Lernerville for 60. July 9th, Jefferson Summit Point for 20. July 16th, Limaland for 60 again. Wild Horse Pass on the 23rd for 13. July 30th is South Boston for 60. A lot of things that will be looked at, as well as a $250 prize fund, with the winner taking $150 and no entry fees. All right, coming back to green here as we are halfway home.
Green, green, green.
Underneath goes Harvey, looking for the runner-up spot on Dunaway. Both Daniel Nelligan and Caleb Boatwright pitted underneath the last caution flag. See how it works out for them. Harvey with a run on Dunaway for the second spot. Isadore just watching this battle happen. Close quarters racing. Bodio not able to pull away from this. The smooth lines that Zain Harvey is running. Contact there halfway down the back. Now Isadore reaching for that bottom step of the podium. Over Dunaway. Harvey trying to the same move he did to try and win Heat 2. Now Diamonds it off for turn number 2. Big run down the back. Shoot on Bodio for the top spot. Bodio counters it back. They touch once again. I think it was Harvey at the line. Would be our second lead change of this race. Harvey trying that same strategy. Yes, he does damage that number 22, but it works for him. Gains a lot of speed. Oh, contact to the road goes Bodio. Zain Harvey up on 2 wheels of the second yellow waves. Show you the trigger of it. And your new leader, by the way, in this race is Jesse Isadore. Ah, yeah. 15 just pinched him up. And he saw Harvey get on 2 wheels. Look how much he signed it. That's like 2 hands full there. And you can see Harvey was holding his line there without question. Staying single file here. We'll go back to racing in just a moment. Doubled up. Dunaway, Isadore, row 1. Nelligan, Boatwright, row number 2. Fanton, Bodio, row 3. Zain Harvey restarting 7th. 21 laps remaining as we come back to green.
Green flag, green flag.
So Isadore trying to pinch Dunaway down as much as he could. Here comes a run by Boatwright, who's rebounded. Trying to make his way back up to 2nd. This third place spot that Boatwright's in. The highest he's been in this race. Bodio gives a bumper to Nelligan, who wants that 4th position. Meanwhile, Dunaway taps the wall. Isadore with an opportunity to strike for the lead. 3 wide for 3rd. Boatwright caught up in the middle, and Bodio goes through. Isadore once again looking for a run. Doors done away again. Jimmy Carr rooting for that 85 and Fanton looking for back-to-back runs. Back-to-back podium finishes. Bodio underneath the 02 for second. And now he wants Isadore. Check where Zain Harvey is in that 22. There you see him all the way on the outside. Sending it deep. The low line just getting stacked up with how slow Isadore was going in turns number 1 and 2. Bodio trying to give him the chrome horn. Got to be careful. Harvey is closing in very fast, guys. Look how fast he is closed in. I want to see that lap time. He was faster, than like 8/10 faster than the top 3. Not kidding one bit. Isadore puts Bodio in the inside retaining wall. Oh my goodness, we're nearly 4 wide for the lead. Oh, big crash! Through goes Harvey, Bodio, Dunaway, and Boatwright. I'll say the same thing I said that's become famous on the soundboard on Discord. Nobody wants to win this race, I tell you that. Even just the moment that Zain Harvey needed. May have been a little bit of payback. It's that exact same move that happened off of turn number 4. Right on board with Boatwright. Nowhere to go. South Boston is very tight on the straightaways. You don't have, there's like very little room. Let's go to Bodio. Got squeezed down low. That may have just taken out a lot of good race trucks. So Zain Harvey will restart as the leader. Because he kept the truck straight, Caleb Boatwright will restart second, followed by Daniel Nelligan in third. We did see some drivers pit that time by. And so Nellie will be on the pace car first, then Dunaway. A lot of drivers stopped on lap number 35, with Isadore being now Bodio, Harvey, Fanton, and Boatwright. $15 to go. We're set for the restart. Nellie and Dunaway the front row.
Green, green, green.
Dunaway cuts down in front of the 15. Now you look at Harvey once again. High, wide, and handsome off of turn number 2. Trying to get second. Stuck racing his enemy for the championship in third. Trying once again, touches with Isadore, 15 sideways, hangs on to it. Now they try to take out Dunaway for second, 3 wide, Harvey on the top shelf. Lost a lot of ground though. Touching the wall really hard. Meanwhile, Nellie's loving all of this, trying to pull away from this situation. Oh my goodness, Harvey 4 wide. They just tried to pull, as Bodio is sideways, they just tried to pull a Thunder Mountain. I saw that on the CRSA sprints last week. They were 4 wide on lap number 1. This time it happened with 13 laps to go. And now Zain Harvey's up to second. Isadore is third. Bodio fourth. Dunaway rounds out the top 5. Isadore bumper by Bodio. The 16 moves up to third. Now he tries the counter. Oh, Nellie, watch out. You got company. Here comes Zain Harvey. Trying to go around the outside, even dime in the corner. After Nellie, do you play defense? He can't play defense. One bit with the big runs that Harvey gets. Throws the slide job way too high. Nellie counters it back with 10 laps to go. Now that is where Zain Harvey is just so good. He has cleared Nellie for the race lead. Now we better hope that Isadore finishes in last place tonight. As he races Dunaway for the 4th spot. When we're done with this race, we will talk to your top 3 plus the champion. 8 laps from now will be Jesse Isadore if they finish this way. Bodio wants the runner-up spot from Nellie. Now Nelligan trying to try out what Zain Harvey was doing. Bodio just puts Nellie in the wall slightly. That's a 2-second lead from Harvey, one of the biggest leads that we have seen in this feature tonight. Would be the 2nd win of the season for Zain Harvey. One other driver would have only one. That would leave one driver with just 1 win on the season. That driver's Nicholas Alone, who took the season opener at Langley. And Harvey's just doing that. He's picked up 600s. See Dave Bodio trying to do that now. So you may have been taking some notes, but it's just not really working well. Now, a couple weeks ago when we were at Fairbury, there was a warning to not ride the wall. This may be possibly outlawed in the future. Look at that. Want to see what a truck looks like without a quarter panel? There you saw it right there with Bodio's. We've got 3 laps to go. Jesse Isadore. Oh! Yellow waves, and Bodio is collected. And he is up on his side. What on earth just happened? Well, that's not the yellow you want if you're Zain Harvey, that's for sure. Here's a look, boat right. Trying to chastise it. Fanton was already sideways. And Fanton, oh man, a big lick for Fanton. And then Bodio was already coming to the outside. Oh no, Boatwright backs up and boom. Couple onboards here. We'll go with Jason Fanton first. Oh, yikes. Catches the sand barrels, the attenuator. Now watch Boatwright here. Bodio, excuse me. Be good. I guess Boatwright just did not expect those stars to be on the outside, and Bodio is turned it, and just look at how demolished that 16 is. And try and hang on to that puppy for the rest of this one. Daniel Nelligan, the biggest factor in this, is he jumps up to 2nd. The one driver pitted under this yellow flag, it's Caleb Boatwright. So a 2-lap shootout, a green-white checker to determine the season. Jesse Isadore 2 laps away from a title. Things going. I think they're trying to get Jason Fanton back on the track, and look at the left front suspension. It is whipped. All right, we're back to green. A scattered restart, and they're going to do this once again. Ooh, contact there. Was the yellow flag out? Yeah, yellow is out. That was a little confusing. Try this once again. Zain Harvey to bring us back to green with 2 laps remaining.
Green flag, green flag.
Harvey able to hold serve. Isadore underneath for the 2 spot. As Harvey sends it around the outside. Big run from Bodio off the corner. Oh, Nellie turned off for Bodio, but hangs onto it. And Jesse Isadore moves up to 3rd. White flag is out. 1 lap to go in the season for Zain Harvey. They're all going crazy behind them. A mosh pit for 2nd. That is going to be a heck of a race down to the finish line. Off at turn number 4, Zain Harvey, checkered flag, wins at South Boston. And Jesse Isadore is the champion of Season 1 for Tuesday Night Clustertruck. And now the trucks can all get demolished. So we'll talk to everyone here in just a moment. And as we wait, been a pleasure to call this event all season long. Looking forward to doing it once again next year. There are your finishing results. And we begin by talking with Dave Bodio, our 2nd place finisher. Dave, a wild race, especially that finish, but how did you feel your truck was throughout the night?
I thought it was pretty good. It was another one of those races where you really had to slow things down to go faster. And then I think once the wall riding began, and it just opened everything up.
Were you surprised that Zain was able to do that?
Yeah, I was waiting for his right front to fall off, and then it never did. And I was like, well, can't beat him, join him.
Now, when you look at this going into next season, a lot of drivers decide to try out the wall riding and utilize it. I remember a couple weeks ago that was illegal at, I think it was Fairbury where it was illegal. Do you see this possibly being outlawed for the entire season next year?
I hope so. Every one of these we learn something, and just got to adapt the rules to that. I mean, right? It's not in the rules now. We didn't say that we couldn't wall ride, so it's all good that we found that. But I think it would be better if that was prevented in the future.
Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run?
Everyone at Racecraft Academy, Next Level Racing, everyone over at Woah Nellie Productions, you guys for the broadcast, Jesse for finishing 3rd. That was pretty good of him. And yeah.
All righty. Well, we'll let you go. Great job. A great season. Looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully run full time next year.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Dave Bodio finishing 2nd. Let's go to the champion, Zain Harvey, who got it done. Zain, I mean, obviously it would have to take a points penalty in Isadore to finish last for something to happen, but you had to do what you had to do to try and have some sort of factor in winning the championship. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but you did get your 2nd win of the season. How good was this setup tonight?
It was pretty good, I mean, we're all in the same setup. It was just a do or die situation, and if that meant junking the truck to win, then that's what we had to do.
Now, you were the first one to go to the outside. You actually tested it out in your heat race. Were you surprised to see that work, especially in any of the prior asphalt races? It wasn't really working out?
Yeah, it never really worked for me before, but here I kind of tried it out, and then throughout the race there, I'm like, I got to try something because these guys are faster.
So what do you take away from this season?
It's been fun, there's a lot of good racing, hard racing, you can't get angry over it because it's just a game, but yeah, loads of fun.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on this run?
I do shout outs to SkyTech, Logitech, Wheel Pedals, and you for having us on.
Alrighty. We will let you go. Hey, you beat Jesse Isadore, by the way, in the race, so congratulations. A good win.
Hey, thank you.
All right, Zain Harvey is the winner But we go to the champ in victory lane, or in championship victory lane. Jesse Isadore, congratulations, man. How's it feel?
It feels good, Marty. Feels good. You know, the odds were against me all season. I've been getting EOLs, point deductions. I've been getting absolutely railed this season, Marty. And I'll tell you what, brother, it feels good to be the king. Feels good to be the king. No, despite the conspiracy at the Woah Nellie organization, your boy's on top. Only by 3 points, because Zain Harvey's out here wall banging and running burner laps, cheating. You got Dave Bodio conspiring with the superiors to wreck me every corner. You even got the admin of the league trying to kill me on the last lap, Marty. And I'm not going to deal with it, Marty. I'm the king. I'm the champ. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
I had to do it.
It is what it is, Marty.
Yeah. How'd you feel though about your truck tonight? There were some chances.
Absolute garbage.
Really?
Absolute garbage. Yeah, in the heat race, Dave got into me a couple times. I was crab walking. And then in the feature, it felt pretty good for the first half of the race. And then me and Jesse Dunaway got together a bunch of times there in lap in the 20s, lap 25, 26. And then I spent the whole last half of the feature crab walking there too. So, and I had wasted my EOL from my quick repair from the wreck before that. So I couldn't even go in and get a quick repair and get it fixed. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It was a good time. It was an absolute bloodbath, but it was a good time.
How you going to celebrate this tonight?
I'm going to drink some whiskey and hang out with my wife probably. That's probably how it's going to go.
Alrighty, who do you want to give shout-outs to?
I'll tell you who I'm not going to shout out. I'm not going to shout out old Brody for not coming for the back half of the season. What the heck, Brody? Okay? I'm not going to shout out Dave Bodio. Scumbag, that guy. Scumbag. He's always running into me. He's plotting against me with old Daniel Nelligan, the Woah Nellie tyrant, old Fuhrer over there. Okay? And I'm not going to shout out Daniel Nelligan. Daniel Nelligan is the worst admin I've ever seen, dude. Zain Harvey's all right. He cheats, and, he's got a whole bunch of fans on the internet, and that's all well and good. That's, whatever. He's a cheater, and it is what it is. Zain Harvey's a good guy, but, I'm still the GOAT. I'm still the champ, Marty. That's who I'm going to shout out, my damn self. That's who I'm going to shout out, Marty.
If y'all like that from Jesse Isadore, give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alrighty, man. Congratulations on the championship. Enjoy it.
Thank you, sir, Marty.
So that'll do it here on this season. It's been a fun fun season of Tuesday Night Clustertruck. We get to do it all again 2 weeks from now with the season opener, and also next week the All-Star Race. So you won't want to miss out on that. Believe Slide Job Racing Network will broadcast the All-Star Race. With that being said, that is going to do it here for us. The final point standings on the season, as we'll get this all updated. Championship was won by 6 points for Isadore over Zain Harvey. Jason Fant in third, Caleb Boatwright fourth, James McMillan fifth. That'll do it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us for Tuesday Night Clustertruck. Till then, I'm Marty Sakala saying so long. Zain Harvey the winner, and your champ, Jesse Isadore.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel.